Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for the introduction. So let's dig right in. Now we're going to focus on entrepreneurship and innovation. So let's have a first round with you. In your opinion, what are your views on entrepreneurship and innovation? Well, I can talk about the sector of cybersecurity, which is still unknown for young people. When kids are at school, they don't know much about cybersecurity. From my organization, we try to boost the interest of girls in cybersecurity, just like you are doing at this event, mujeresciber. It's important that women that are already working in this sector talk to young people so that they can get inspiration and to tear down stereotypes and prejudices. And it is also very important that they understand that everyone has a place here, not only technological profiles. You are a journalist, right? So legal profiles, journalists, etc. So they are sometimes afraid of technology, and they shouldn't. Yes, that's a very important point, and that is something that we have heard already today. Daniel, what's your opinion? I think this is a good moment for entrepreneurship and innovation in digitalization. Now we have a program called Emprende, or Cybersecurity Ventures, that has just finished. We have some very good references in the sector. We have cybersecurity companies, and we have many possibilities. There are more and more opportunities, both in terms of innovation, internationalization, and digitalization. We are not in bad shape. I think this is a good moment. A lot of programs, a lot of projects, initiatives. So I share the opinion about the multidisciplines. I come from the business sector, but I am in the cybersecurity field. Yes, business sector. That's a very it's a profile with a lot of demand. Joanna, what's your opinion on entrepreneurship and innovation? Thanks, Monica. I like to say hello to everyone in Latin America. I come from Colombia. I'm visiting Spain, so I can tell you a bit about what's happening in Latin America. In a 5-year period, the percentages of women working in cybersecurity were very low, and now we have more women working in this field. Is there a direct consequence in the field of entrepreneurship? Because if you want to take the risk, be an entrepreneur, you have to know the field. So we have a lot of potential to start working today to train this talent for tomorrow. And I think this is happening everywhere, not only in Spain, but also in Latin America. I would like to say as well that the cyber attacks that we are witnessing, protection, cybersecurity, has been has been also the cause of women being attracted to cybersecurity. There's an organic vocation from women to start a business there. In Latin America, there is a high index of criminality and cyber criminality. So I like to look on the bright side. I like to look at the glass half full. So yeah, I think the situation is a bit better. Ellie, you are a role model, a referent. How do you see entrepreneurship? We at Tranxfer, 35% of the staff is women. It was not simple, especially in the areas of software development is still very masculine, but we are making progress. I come from the business and product part of the business, and now I work at security. So cybersecurity is open to many profiles. My experience with entrepreneurship, with cyber and digital, might be in a way similar to the problems of the sector. The technical profiles are expensive, and we need investment. The time you need to reach your break even, because this takes time, but these obstacles should probably be overcome by next generations. So the beginning is always hard, and in the field of cybersecurity, you're not exempt from this risk. Yes, as you were saying, we have to assume risk to make progress and to develop that idea that you have. I would like to touch on ways of innovation. Paula, Joanna, what can be done to boost innovation? I think we have to keep on insisting on visibility, and women, brave women who have already started a business should take a step forward and teach the new generations how it is done. To start with, when a young girl meets a woman that works in cybersecurity, the first stereotype that disappears is that they are not weirdos. But yeah, I've heard, for example, questions like, "I don't believe that she is a scientist because she uses lipstick." The only woman that they know, the only scientist woman that they know is Marie Curie. Yeah, so it's someone from another century. Why are women not visible when they work in some sectors such as cybersecurity? So I believe with the advent of mobile phones, they start to have a bit of curiosity. I love Instagram, I use TikTok, those things, but the question is, what is behind that? And that takes them to the world of programming. And since we talk to them about how important it is to take care and be careful with the data that raises curiosity in new generations. There is an image. Tima was one of the speakers this morning, said that they need role models. It is not something alien to us. Joanna, what do you think we are lacking? Geek Girls Latam is an NGO working all over Latin America with girls and young women in Latin America. We have created alliances with other companies. Training is very, very important. I believe innovation is also outside in the street, and it also means listening to what is needed. Because of that, we have made a proposal to the OEA to take the concept of smart schools, smart communities, where we can, via that strategic alliance, transfer technology to schools, so that young people understand, as Tommy was saying this morning, cybersecurity is a behavior. If we can impact that behavior, later on we'll have more talent. And if we manage to make them more creative, it will have a very positive impact. So we need to think about the strategy. We need to focus on the people and their needs. We have to think about the rural world, which is a very important sector in Latin America. So we have to take technology to rural zones, and there's a great opportunity there for the private sector. And also, companies should work with startups. We have a small percentage of women that have been trained in cybersecurity, and now they want to be entrepreneurs, and we are giving them financing, and we try to talk to public institutions to get them to help them. Yes, you were telling about the difficulties in starting a business. Do you think there are extra obstacles for women entrepreneurs? Well, in my case, I've never found as a woman any specific obstacle. But what I see that our own mentality is very important. That is why we have to work on stereotypes when women are young. So I have, to me, it has never been a problem. But sometimes in my environment, some women do not dare to start a business. So that is something we should instill in new generations. Maybe my colleagues do not agree. No, I fully agree. We women, we tend to set our own limitations. We tell ourselves, this is not for me, I'm not good for this. I'm going to give you a very clear example. At the foundation, we have run many courses in robotics and technology for everyone, for all kids. And we had only boys, there were no girls. We didn't know why. And then we offered the same course for girls only. And our network went down because of the huge number of applications that we received. Because it was only for girls. And we have also found that if you don't use specific words such as technology, we get more applications, because otherwise girls exclude themselves from applying to these courses. That's very interesting. Daniel, in your case, what are the obstacles of entrepreneurs in general? Have you found anyone yourself? Well, to start a business is not easy. It is very, very risky. To execute an idea is already extremely difficult. You're adjusting yourself to your resources, to the resources you have available. And so starting a business, not only in the IT sector, but in any sector, it is really, really difficult. So you have time, you have talent, you have capital that come into play. So beyond that common denominator for all entrepreneurs, we have some red tape to deal with, and that's really exhausting. So it's like having a small young plant, and any wind can crush it. What, in your opinion, Joanna, what's the situation in Latin America? Well, Latin America has very good rates of entrepreneurship. After Chile, Colombia is right behind Chile on the index of entrepreneurship, and many businesses are started by women. So the public policy was instrumental to make this happen. This doesn't work if you don't have the support of the private sector. So even in subjects such as the business innovation, it is of vital importance. So in that sense, among the main obstacles, the cultural obstacles are something that you have to deal with. So assuming a certain amount of risk and all those elements that you need to start a business, that's difficult to deal with. So you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you are capable of executing that project. You have to create a team as well. Yeah, I cried when my team disappeared. I had a great team, and they all went away. There is a context being created outside, but that can make you stronger. So even in the case of Colombia, which is in a post-conflict context, after an armed conflict of 60 years, we are recovering, but that has made us immune to certain things. So being able to get people around you and make all the different elements support the right ecosystem, that is crucial. So there are obstacles, but it sometimes depends on how big you see the obstacle. So we are talking about challenges and obstacles, but I would like to look on the bright side. What do you like the most of being an entrepreneur? What's the positive side? I'm very happy being an entrepreneur because I do what I like. I have a lot of work, but every time I wake up, every day, I feel happy and grateful. It is my passion. It is what I want to do. I like to create value for my clients, value for my employees. So being able to solve problems is great. Maybe it is in my nature. And then you are excited about a project with a good team, a great team behind you. That's the best. Ellie, what do you think? What's your experience? What makes you happy? I think the best is seeing your objective made true. But as you achieve your targets, is as you have a target, and once you reach it, you feel happy, and that's great, and you feel a part of everything you have achieved. When you get a very consolidated project, it's very hard to fall in love with that project because it's not your own. The project already exists. So that's what I like about being an entrepreneur. So that's the positive side. Yes, and also the positive side always weighs more than the negative sides. Paula and Anna, I would like to know something you two are promoting innovation in young girls. How do you do it? We show them that women are everywhere, and there is, and being a woman is not, should not stop you for undertaking any project. And the young girls are also sometimes surprised when when you tell them there is work here. Yeah, they are more interested. They are more interested in salaries than men. Yeah. So we had one person who was a volunteer. She worked in the technology sector, and she was asked during a course how much was her salary. This young girl was very, very interested. This was a very valuable information for the girl. So that information we have to give it to the new generations so that they can choose what they want to do. Yeah, yeah. Joanna, what do you do to get girls inspired and to attract to this sector? Well, for that, it has worked to show role models so that girls can relate. There is a Spanish initiative, the Matilda effect. The women that made history, not only in the that have made history not only in the technological field, they are not in the history books. There was a study carried out by Microsoft said that up to 28% the percentage of women that that could follow a STEM career could be increased by 28% if you show them role models. So in that regard, for us, it has also working with mentoring, because the number of women in this field is not ideal, but there are women. We have to give visibility to the talent, the existing talent. We have to stop having a low profile, the famous imposter syndrome, being shy or timid. Women have to be visible. That has an impact on the next generation. So let's stop. Let's stop being shy and timid, because every woman in the industry has a story to tell, and we have to listen to that story. And if a girl listens to that story, it's going to have an impact on her. So listening to you is going to inspire many girls. Eli, thanks very much. Thanks for everything you have shared with us. Joanna, thank you for your passion for your work. Thanks for coming. Thank you all for having me. Yeah, Girls Latam in Latin America is fighting for our girls, for our future, the ones that will take care of us when we are old. So I'm available for any collaboration to open Geek Girls Spain. Daniel, thanks very much. It's been an honor to be here. Thanks very much for having me. Yeah. Happy to be here. Thanks very much with the project. Paula, thanks very much. Yeah, I would like to invite all women watching us to be volunteers of Inspiring Girl. You only need to give 1 hour of your time per year to go to a school and tell your story. You don't have to explain to them what cybersecurity is, but you can tell them your story, how you got where you are. And men, you can also contribute. Talking about the foundation, I'm sure you have nephews, daughters, nieces, daughters, etc. So a big round of applause for them, please. Thank you.